Hello and welcome to MK2 Tools. It's 2 days before Christmas, so I've got a bit of a deadline to actually make a better mechanism for the dancing ballerina. Version 1 prototype is in the previous video, but this time I'm going to try and make some better cogs. Okay, so I decided that I was going to do it by 8 teeth, and just to make it easier to do it because I could do 30 and 45. So this is my I just made this compass from a pair of calipers. I don't know where my compass is, but basically I just attached a retractable pencil to the actual to my calipers, and you can see it's not actually absolutely perfect, but for what I'm doing, it'll do. So I'm just using my little press square, and I say I quite like using this one, and so that's me marked the 4 sets of teeth, and then I've just got to then mark the other four, and from that I can then mark the different points, and I'll just then do all the punching for it. So once you see the punch getting done, so this is me just doing it manual in, and then once I've got it manual in, I'll then use the actual push punch to actually get the different points. So drilling each one, and well, you don't need to show you all the drilling, but basically there was a bit of tear out, but I wasn't too worried about it because I was going to be cutting it through, and each time I am actually securing it just to make sure it's more than one hand getting hold of it. Okay, and so I'm slicing through this, and I put a bit of melamine scrap on it just to avoid tear out on the other side. Um, Although my fingers are quite close, the way I am actually moving it, I felt actually quite safe. Again, I'm not going too close to the blade, and what you'll see is I'm not putting trim past it, I'm just nudging it forward and back. So if uh, the piece was to get taken by the blade, which obviously that blade is actually moving down the way, then it would not pull my fingers into it. But again, do what you think is safe for yourself. But like it with this sort of scroll saw adjustment, it meant there was it didn't feel actually risky getting it. So I probably should have actually printed out the cogs to actually get a better shape to them, but live and learn. So now I had to think about attaching the ballerina, and so I decided that I was gonna do a metal nail. So this was a 3.5 mil uh, hole, so that I could actually fit in this clout nail, clip off the top, and then I was then able to actually then position it in the actual dowel. Oh, there you go. I need to find that. Um, I've got a few to find because I did it for a couple of other things as well. And then ballerina into the um, ballerina into the top of the box itself. But because of the weight, there was enough movement that it didn't quite turn perfectly. So I decided that I was going to super glue it and angle the ballerina so that they're a little bit further pointing up. So I just pulled it back and then just got the miter fast, which I'll grab for just now. Yeah, there you go. And just giving it a push at the side, bit of a scoosh, scoosh being the Scottish word for spray, and then turning it around. So this is me just checking that it has actually solidified, and then I'm just turning it around. Yeah, come on, turn it around, turn it around. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, a bit more. Right, now give it another scoosh. Go on. Yes, you'll do it. Sometimes it is like I'm moving in glue, but this is the speed that I normally work at. And this is why everything takes a little bit longer. So that is now spinning around quite nicely. You can actually sort of see it. So I've got it that it's starting to spin around. So I'm going to just now attach a little bit of a handle to it. Again, this is another just playing a version of it before next time I'm going to make it a nicer version 3, which I might show the finished product, and I'll be doing better cogs as well. But what we will do is, after you see that I've got it there, I can see that this is spinning nicely around. Yeah, it catches a little bit, but again, that was it was I think I did a little bit of an adjustment to make it spin a little bit better. But again, version 3 will be even better. And this is me just putting it in a box so I can take it inside and pop it under the tree. Don't worry, it's not for a child. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.